What is up, Traveler Nation? I'm your host, Killer KEEMSTAR. Let's get right into the news. The war on cancel culture has begun. Yesterday, your boy got canceled twice. They had me trending on Twitter for like 8 hours. And then also, you know, we have KSI speaking out against cancel culture. He might leave Twitter altogether. We got Logan Paul speaking out against cancel culture. We got Logan Paul and Mike in a beef because Mike came on my podcast and things were said. We're going to talk about all of it. But first, a quick reminder, guys, if you're not subbed here, make sure you're subbed with notifications on because you don't want to miss a thing. Our first story is me. Oh, they had me down bad yesterday, but I survived. You know, people expect me to survive, and I did with flying colors, but let's get into it. Story starts with this rap collective of 3 different young rappers that work together to make diss tracks on multiple different figures in the community named Void with 214,000 subscribers. Now, I must say, I've been a big fan of Void for a long time. Like, when they probably had like 5,000 subscribers. Like, these guys are good at rapping, they're good at diss tracks, they're awesome. And it's not just me, like a couple months ago, like KSI himself gave them a big shout out, said these guys are awesome. So listen, I want to say like back in October, November of 2020, they reached out to me and they were like, yo, do you want to have a feature on this diss track of K-pop stans? I'm all for it. I don't know if you guys know this, but the K-pop stans on Twitter are the most annoying group there is. You know, whatever the trending topic is on Twitter, they will spam their fan cams. If a celebrity dies, they'll be like, well, they'd still be alive if they stand Luna. Like, these are toxic garbage spammers. Nobody likes these K-pop stans. So I was down to do the diss track. The diss track came out yesterday. I shouted it out at 1:30 p.m., the new song. Didn't think anything of it. Then somebody on TikTok like took my old trolling videos, because I don't know if you guys know this, I've been a YouTuber for like 12 years. I started off my career making trolling videos like on Halo 3 and stuff. And back then, you know, during that time, like people said horrible stuff to each other on games. You guys all know the ongoing meme that today's generation wouldn't survive like a second in a Modern Warfare 2 lobby. Yeah, I mean, it was a different time back then. People didn't get mad. People didn't get offended. Everybody said horrible things. So I uploaded this Twitter video saying I got canceled again. That got over 1,000 retweets where I just say, back then, 2009, 2010, a better time, people didn't get offended. But then I had a final thought of why like the culture is the way it is today with everyone getting upset and everyone getting offended. And I uploaded this. You know, I was thinking about this a little bit more. You know, like, why is it that everybody is offended now and everybody is upset? And why is it that words hurt people so much? And I think it's because, you know, parents and teachers are now teaching their kids that words hurt. Words are painful. And that is the messaging that's being taught to kids. When I was a kid, I was taught by teachers, by my parents, by the principal. Like, we would have meetings at school and it would be around bullying or whatever. And we were taught at a very young age that sticks and stones will break our bones, but words will never hurt us, right? Like, we were taught that. We were taught to be tough and to be strong and not let little stuff like that derail us. You know, we were taught to go out there and tackle the world. So yeah, that was my final thought. I uploaded it, got in my car, drove to my vacation house, was hanging out with my family, driving ATVs.
No. Yo, we out here. Ain't that right, Connor?
Having fun. And I look at Twitter and I start seeing like horrible stuff being said to me. Bro, I was getting so many death threats. They were picking on me because my mom passed away. Like, what is this? So I'm thinking to myself, man, the internet really took my words to heart and they're all saying awful stuff to me, knowing that, you know, they're not gonna hurt my feelings. That's what I thought was going on. But no, it was the diss track we did. Bro, I started trending on Twitter, and then on number 2 trending, it's got this K-pop star's name, and it says YouTubers Void and KEEMSTAR face criticism from some for referencing the late singer in a song titled K-pop Stans Diss Track. Yeah, guys, apparently this K-pop star, you know, passed away a couple years ago, and they thought that we were making fun of them, which confused me because, look, I didn't see the finished product. Dear K-pop people, let's tackle all this. First of all,
I didn't know that a K-pop star committed suicide. Had no idea. I don't pay attention to K-pop music people. I didn't even know that this happened. All I know is that you guys are extremely annoying on Twitter. You spam your fan cams. If there's a trending topic, you try to take over it to promote your favorite artist, and everybody hates you. So when Void hit me up and was like, yo, you want to do a diss track on these K-pop stans? I'm down. I filmed my part, I sent it to Void, Void did his lyrics, and like, you're all saying that he was like making fun of this person that passed away, but I just listened to the song and it seems like he's calling out the industry for putting so much pressure on these K-pop music stars that it pushed them to that point. But that was my interpretation. You're allowed to have your own interpretation.
Okay, so I thought I cleared my name, but no, the death threats keep coming in. They keep coming in. I searched KEEMSTAR and die on Twitter, and I just found so many tweets of people waiting for me to die. I tweeted out to the K-pop stans wishing for my death. I've invested in multiple companies that are developing backup organs in case one of my organs fail. I have stem cell injections monthly to regrow and repair my aging DNA, and my science advisors estimate I will live to 157. Yep, it's true. If you're waiting for me to die, it's gonna take some time. So then the K-pop stans on Twitter, they switched up and they were trying to make this about race, and they were trying to say that our diss track was racist. It wasn't. So I tweeted out, I'm chilling with my Asian fans. That's me and my homie Plain Rock. One of these K-pop stans responded by saying, I hope you die tonight. I responded by saying, blonde, brunette, neon blue, pink, what you guys thinking? And then Void came out with a statement.
Yo, what's up guys, it's Void here, and today we're going to be talking about the K-pop stans diss track controversy. So basically, KEEMSTAR collabed with us on this song. He sent his lyrics to us, we put them together with ours and edited it and put it all together. When KEEMSTAR sent his lyrics to us, he did not see the edit and he did not see our part. So he just sent his clips and that was it. That was literally it. KEEMSTAR didn't know about our part or the edit. So KEEMSTAR, I don't know why everyone's on KEEMSTAR. But anyways, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so like you said, bro, KEEMSTAR had no knowledge of, nor did he write or rap any of the bars y'all got a problem with.
See, I told you, I'm innocent. I responded by saying, dear K-pop stans, like I've been saying, I'm innocent. I demand a full apology for falsely accusing me and for attacking my dead mother, knowing full well she can't fight back. And to my surprise, a lot of these K-pop stans actually apologized to me, so that was good. I uploaded a final video on the subject saying I accept your apology. Yeah, guys, the K-pop stans on Twitter, they spun this around so many different ways, you know, trying to manipulate the situation. If you listen to the diss track, Void in his line is basically talking about how the music industry around the K-pop world, you know, is to blame for some of the horrible things that are happening to these singers. At no point did Void make fun of the late singer. That was just pure manipulation. But another influencer out there fighting against cancel culture is KSI. KSI got really upset with the current environment and the current landscape here in our community and on Twitter. It all started when Crank Gameplays Ethan uploaded like an apology because basically there was this clip going around where he's seen somebody in a rather racist Halloween costume and he said that was pretty ballsy for them to do that. Now, why did Ethan have to apologize for this? I don't know. Like, what Ethan said wasn't offensive. KSI responded by saying, this is getting ridiculous, man. I'm black, and your comment didn't offend me at all? Why are people making you apologize? What's going on? What is this world I'm living in? Can one not comment about anything anymore? He followed up by saying the majority of the people that are accepting the apology are not even black. Can you see the problem here? What is going on? And then KSI talks about PewDiePie leaving Twitter. Says this, now I understand why Felix left Twitter. Man was ahead of the curve. And then the most shocking tweet comes from KSI. Twitter used to be an amazing place where you could come and connect with people from different communities and communicate without any problems. Now it's just full of pretentious people that are ready to cancel and destroy your legacy for breathing incorrectly. And on that note, I'm out. Whoa! And listen, I talked to KSI in private and dude, he's serious. Like he's mad. And another person that's mad at cancel culture, Logan Paul. He puts out this statement, our generation will be marked by its ability to hold others accountable, but Reform will not work when we as a society refuse to accept genuine change. For those who had a moral lapse, trust the journey that is progression. And for those upholding accountability, when the time is right, allow ourselves to forgive. Otherwise, I believe our denial of an individual growth rejects one of the most important values that makes us human. Wow, okay, preach it, Logan, preach it, Logan. And speaking about Logan Paul, him and Mike got into a beef. Okay, so listen, we have Mike come on our podcast, right? The episode just came out. You should definitely listen to it. But Mike, you know, we brought up the whole Harry Styles situation where Logan Paul was saying that Harry Styles has every right to wear that dress and all that. And Mike basically was saying something along the lines that, you know, Logan was virtue signaling because he knew that he was going to trend and get a lot of love from that. Listen, I didn't think it was a big deal. I mean, Mike and Logan are good friends. Like, he's just chatting, you know, poop at his friend. Like, I didn't think it was a big deal, but apparently it was. Logan sounded off on Mike. Logan responded by saying, "This upsets me. I wish I hadn't seen this. Mike will change his character based on who he is with and what room he's in. Everybody in the house knows this, and it's been an issue in the past, especially when we go out socially. I've caught Mike in lies before, and I try my hardest to help him shed that very ugly part of his personality, but eventually there's no progress. He'll make up things to further his agenda. Everything he said here is simply not true. George can attest. I was even more fired up before and especially after the podcast when they couldn't see my point of view on Harry Styles' dress situation. What a shame. Hopefully, he can take his mask off before the rest of his closest friends realize he's only riding for the room of the people he wants to impress." Oh, that is cold. That is so cold. Okay, so Mike responds and says, "You said I never admit when I'm wrong. Well, let me correct that behavior. I was wrong here. I made a tasteless comment. If I made it around Logan and our friends, that would be one thing, but I didn't. I love to run my mouth and say things sarcastically and mess around sometimes that bite. Anybody who knows anything knows I have done nothing but push tirelessly as a member of the Team Maverick since the day I joined. Logan and I are handling this behind the scenes as we should, and I'm working on adjusting how and when I say certain things." Has anyone listened to our podcast, Mom's Basement? It is a really chilled, laid-back environment where it doesn't feel like you are on camera. It doesn't feel like, you know, the whole world is watching, even though, you know, it's a Spotify original. It's like one of the biggest podcasts. Listen, Logan, Mike was talking to me and Banks like nobody was watching. That's how he was talking. And, you know, he's not in your head. He doesn't know exactly how you really feel. He thought you were BSing. I don't think this is as big as everyone's making it out to be, but hey, watch the podcast, let me know. And guys, let me know what you think about all these stories in the comments below. I mean, thoroughly, I enjoy this pushback against cancel culture. We need it, all right? This world and environment we live in is not fun at all. That's going to be it for the news today, guys. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe with those notifications on, because you know as soon as I get the scoop, I'm going to keep you in the loop. And I'll try not to be the main story next time. Sorry.